Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. I'm sorry to say it, but I was right again. And what happened? If you remember the first time when the Ukrainians claimed that the Patriot, US Patriot systems downed a Russian hypersonic missile over Kiev, that day I made a video and I stated that you'll see that in about 3 weeks, no more. I gave myself 3 weeks because I knew it was shorter than that. I said 3 weeks, so I cannot be accused of, see, Emil, you stop. I said in 3 weeks, you're going to find out, and we're going to find out that the media, and you're going to have politicians and all these guys writing articles telling us that, see, Russia is no threat to us anymore because their hypersonic missiles that they can, I don't know, put nuclear warheads on it mean nothing because we have the Patriot systems and they will destroy them. They will come telling us this stupidity. Why stupidity? Because even if that would be true, it's still a risk. You want to take a chance? The problem was the first time when they hit, they claimed they hit a Kinzhal hypersonic missile. The next day, I think they claimed they hit 6 more. And they said 6 out of 6, 1 out of 1, that is 100% accuracy. Performance, perfect, excellent. That means, we can go on with the plan. And when these guys try to change or, shape our opinion, they don't go from A to Z. They just go one by one, A, B, C, D, until they get to Z. They need some time. So in this case, I gave them 3 weeks up at the time to get the point where they're going to tell us, well, we have everything, let's keep poking the bear because the bear cannot respond. I have an article here from the Telegraph, and the Telegraph tells us exactly that. It didn't take them 3 weeks, obviously. I think it took them a week or so. And nevertheless, they will start saying even worse things. This is just the beginning. This is the first article where they say it bluntly. So, this article comes from the Telegraph, but since Telegraph wants things from me, I declined their offer. So, at least I'm going to read the headline. Ukraine, the latest. Putin's nuclear arsenal is null and void. See what I tell you? And you think, why is that? Well, you're going to see the connection when you're going to use some brave other source with the same coming from Telegraph, the same thing, Ukraine, the latest, Putin's nuclear arsenal is null and void. You're going to find out why exactly they say that. So they talk about the attacks here on Kiev and how the Ukrainians destroyed, according to them, 29 out of 30 cruise missiles, and then over Odessa and all that, and they were able to intercept and neutralized by the air defenses, tralala, lululu. And then we go to the most important thing, which is last year, right here. Later in the episode, chemical weapons expert, he has an expert, Hamish de Breton Gordon, or Gordon, this is the Gordon, joins the panel, because he's an expert right here. It says over there. Lending his thoughts, oh thank you, and the all-important nuclear question. And I'm quoting Mr. Gordon. I think one of the very positive things to come out of Ukraine conflict so far is that the nuclear bubble has been completely burst. So this is a statement. So the nuclear bubble has been completely burst, not burst, completely. The fact, he says, that these hypersonic missiles have been knocked out so easily really matters. They are a key part of Putin's strategic and tactical nuclear arsenal. Yet now, everyone knows they are not really viable. So this, you can hang it on your wall in your room as being a proof that these guys are just, according to this expert, just the beginning of telling us that, hey, take it easy, the nuclear bubble has been burst, completely burst, my bad, I have to add that. That means there's no threat from the Russians. We can do whatever we want to them. And then he says the fact The fact that these hypersonic missiles that he's talking about, the 6+1, have been knocked out so easily really matters. And I'm telling you, so easily by Patriot. So buy them, okay? They are a key part of Putin's strategic and tactical nuclear arsenal. So if they destroy them so easily, knocked out so easily, they're done. Not really viable. So that means he can't use them. We're good to go. So this is the first article and the first expert coming out and saying such a thing. More to follow, I guarantee you. And it's going to be more with more important names. You're going to find out. You're going to see people who are going to try to get elected in certain positions coming and telling us the exact thing. We're safe. We can do whatever we want to the Russians because we show that our patriots are superior and the best. Remember, 6+1, that was 100% ratio. So it was perfect score. It was not, 5 from 6 or, half of 1. No, they were all of them. All the Russians, according to the Ukrainians, sent, launched, blown up. Well, I have doubt, and let's put it straight. I don't believe that. Right, straight. I'm not going to say I doubt that. I don't doubt that. I don't believe it. Why I don't believe it? Because they all lie. I mean, the Russians lie, the Ukrainians lie, the Romanians lie, the Americans lie. Telegraph is not lying. So, including that guy. But that's his assessment over there. And it's a good assessment to a certain level. And it didn't surprise me because I was able to figure out his way of thinking before he even said it publicly, or at least in the Telegraph. So that tells me I know him. I don't know if he knows me, but I know him. So that's even better. And as I said, he's not going to be the first one, and he's going to be the last one. The first one probably was someone else. I didn't get him yet, but it doesn't matter. This is the first one we say, well, that's null and void. Zero. Has no value. Those hypersonic, where it's a fact. So he says he takes it as a fact value. I mean, do you think that guy was around the block a few times to realize that in a war everybody lies? He takes that as a fact. Well, if you take it as a fact, then you're going to take as a fact what the Russians are saying. And if not, why not? The only thing you can say is these are good and those are bad somehow. So this guy's I would say, that's his assessment. But the fact that he uses the word "the fact" and knocked out so easily and completely burst the bubble. What am I talking about? If it's completely burst, that means we can do whatever we want because anytime the Russians will send, some nuclear Kinzhals towards, let's say, United States, God forbid, just relax. We got the Patriot gonna get them down, man. They're gonna get them down. Do you believe that? Are you relaxed? Well, they will tell you in the next articles. They will tell you that. And I will be here to let you know when they're gonna start telling you, hey, relax, man. We got your back. And the Russians are like, these guys are really crazy. They're really crazy. And then you think, who's the madman here? Who are the mad ones? The irrational ones? The ones who push? The ones who say these kind of things? Or the ones who don't use them? I don't want to say yet. I hope they don't. But anyway, because if they will use them, that means, you know what? Probably the whole thing will stop. Because I don't think the West will react to that one. They're going to react talking loud, but they're not going to attack Russia because they have more to lose than the Russians. I'm talking about the elites. So they will stop everything and they're going to talk to Russians. They will not send any nuclear missiles or anything against Russia if Russia uses 1, 2, 3 in Ukraine, I'm talking. But they're not going to use it because they still want the Americans to be the only guys who dropped atomic bombs, on civilian population in Hiroshima and Nagasaki. So they will always point out that, hey, you have the biggest mouth and you did the biggest thing over there in such a short period of time. Look somewhere else and let me know if there was such a massive, how should I put it, damage or crime as it in such a short period of time as the 2 atomic bombs. I can remember of any. You can think about, Stalin or Hitler or Mao, but those things took years. These guys did it on 2 pam. All right, thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.